I am. Hello, everybody. My name is Joanna Ramirez. I am the Dean of Student Services and Enrollment, and I'm one of the campus's dual enrollment leads. It's good to be here with you all.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and get this party started. So this is our agenda for today. I'm going to keep it pretty short and sweet. I know we're scheduled until 11 a.m., but I'm pretty sure we'll be done sooner. We'll do a quick activity, then a brief overview about dual enrollment, and then jump into my role and opportunities for collaboration, and then we'll close with the Q&A at the end. Sound good? All right, so before we get in, if you can all please sign in for me, just so that I know who attended the workshop. I'm going to be dropping that link in the chat shortly, and then I'll give it about a minute. Is everyone ready for fall? Able to relax a little bit? I'm going to play a little bit of music just as we as folks are signing in, just so that it's not too quiet.
Thank you, Denise.
So let me go ahead and add that link again in the chat. For those of you that just joined us, if you can please sign in for me. I'm going to drop that link in the chat. All right, so if you click on that sign in sheet and then go ahead and sign in for me, that would be great. Thank you so much.
Denise, this is totally unrelated to signing in necessarily, but I love how you put that thank you at the end of your form. I was just creating my own Google form and I was thinking there's got to be a better way to end this and that was perfectly. So thank you for the idea.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. All right, so thank you everyone for signing in. If you're still signing in, that's okay. So we're going to do a quick little activity. So here's my question. What do you already know about dual enrollment? And this is just for me to get an idea kind of where we are as a campus, and for those that are joining in, what you already know. And there's no right or wrong answer. It's just for me to just kind of hear from you. So feel free to unmute yourself, or if you want to answer it in the chat, that's totally okay. High school students who are also taking college courses. Yes, the application process. Okay. Anyone else? Yes, Kelsey.
I'm not sure if it's just my chat, but it only seems to allow direct messaging to you or the co-host. Is that supposed to be the way that it is?
It shouldn't, but I think what happened, I just had a workshop yesterday for dual enrollment students, and I removed that setting, so that's what it is. So I do apologize for that.
Okay, thank you.
But I will go ahead and update it, so you should be able to go ahead and send it. Enrollment for high school students and adult learners, yes. Dual enrollment students are still in high school while attending college at the same time. Awesome. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, those are all. But for those of you that are unfamiliar, just a quick little overview of what dual enrollment is. So dual enrollment, previously called advanced education, is a program that allows high school students to take college courses at a community college and earn college credit at the same time, or while attending in high school, I should say. Having this option allows students to explore majors, take GE courses, and really accelerates their pathway through college, allowing them to save both time and money. It provides dual enrollment students with a smoother transition from high school to college, and it gives them a confidence boost in their academic ability. Side note, from workshops I have hosted in the past, I mean, these students are really excited for this opportunity, especially for those who were younger and didn't have the ability to do it. I see their excitement in their faces and in their voices when I do the workshops. So what is the criteria for these students? So students need to have started the 9th grade or be at least 14 years old by the first day of instruction. For fall, that day is August 19th. High school students also need parental consent as well as approval from their high school counselor and or designee. And all dual enrollment students can enroll in up to 11 units per semester within our Los Rios Community College District. The next few slides, it'll give us an idea of the number of students that I serve and also the growth that we have had. So this slide is a graph representing the number of dual enrollment students from spring 2023 to current fall. As you can see, summer is really when we get the bulk of our dual enrollment students. And obviously it's because they're in summer break, right? So they take advantage of being able to take classes. The numbers for fall may increase. So we are still receiving applications and enrolling students. So I foresee that number to continue to increase steadily throughout the semester. And then this next slide, it shows dual enrollment across our district. As you can see, the number of dual enrollment students from 2023, which is this one here, from 2022 to 2023 has increased by 1,300 students. Specifically for CRC, that number has increased by 236 students. So it really shows the need for my role and for the support that is needed. And great segue into my role. So my role, I work primarily with dual enrollment students. If you are familiar with our CAC success coaches, my role is pretty similar to the work that they do, except that the difference is I work with dual enrollment students. I assist with questions regarding e-services, Canvas, connecting students to resources, and answering questions regarding CRC. And this next slide is a slide that I share at all my workshops. It gives students my contact information, and they can also scan this QR code, and it'll direct them directly to my appointment link for them to schedule one-on-one appointments with me. I remind them to either take a picture or to go ahead and scan it and then add it as a bookmark so that they always have access to me. And here is a look at my programming. These are events that I typically host each year. As I mentioned, when I was starting, I just had my Canvas workshop last night. So I'm still in that workshop mode. I also host orientation that's tailored specifically to our dual enrollment students and other colleges, other college readiness workshops to help them get ready to be a college student, learn how to use our technology and platforms, and also support their engagement in learning. As I mentioned, students can schedule Calendly one-on-one appointments with me. I offer 3 different modalities for students, in person, through Zoom, and phone calls. I really allow them to have an option. Sorry, Mike, I see your hand is raised. Do you have a question?
I certainly did. Thank you for calling on. My question is, the classes that they take cannot be classes that are offered at their high school. Is that correct?
It can be both at their high school or here at
No,
our
I mean the equivalency. So they couldn't take like I'm just making this up. I know we don't have this anymore, but they couldn't take like a non-transferable remedial class with us, even though we don't have it, because that used to be the rule. They couldn't make up high school deficiency credit on courses, or it had to be a college level course that is not offered at their high school. Does that make sense?
Let me double check the regulations for you, Mike.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because I get that all the time, that can they take a class? So say they didn't pass a class, I'm just making this up, and maybe it's a history class, at their high school, and they're trying to take our history for deficiency of credit. It can't, it used to be a rule you couldn't take a class that's offered at the high school to make up deficiencies for credit.
I'll look at that for you, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne. So back to Calendly appointments. So yes, so I really just try to offer an array of different modalities so that students have the ability to meet with me. For the months of April through July, I had 24 student appointments, and they were both a mixture of in-person and also through Zoom. I've had very few phone calls. I think students are just so used to texting nowadays that phone calls are like irrelevant to them. But I do make phone calls if needed. And I also anticipate this number to increase as students and parents find out more about my role and how I support their students. I also do academic checks to ensure that they're successful in their courses and direct them to meet with their professor and or connect them to support services. Generally, I'm going to give it a try. This is the first semester that I'm doing since my role is pretty new. So what I'm asking students is to send a screenshot of their grades, just so I can get an idea where they are. And then if I need to refer them to like tutoring or meet with them one-on-one to kind of see what's going on. And I also do regular and just-in-time communications about reminders and upcoming deadlines. These two flyers are examples of what I email to all dual enrollment students on their first day of the semester. It's part of my welcome email. One is the academic calendar, which is on this side. It has the important deadlines and holidays and reminders. The other is a resource flyer. And at the bottom, it has QR codes for support, as well as my appointment link. And in addition to myself, we also have our Welcome Center in the College Center that are able to assist dual enrollment students, either with their application, questions about e-services Canvas, and our general CRC questions. And collaboration, one of my favorites. So I've collaborated with Upper Bound and Outreach this semester, adding collaborations with our tutoring center and PD. I want students to have a college experience by exposing them to other services and individuals for them to get comfortable with reaching out, and for them to just really understand that it's not just me, it's really a team of individuals that are really supportive of them. Opportunities for collaboration. So I welcome and invite the opportunity to collaborate. If you have a particular workshop that you're interested, I'm more than happy to collaborate. Other ways to promote my contact information to your students that show up as underage in your roster. You may have a few that are early high school graduates, but most will be dual enrollment. And you can also add my Connect with your Dual Enrollment Success Coach module to your Canvas. I have shared it to the comments, so you have access to that. And if you encounter any dual enrollment students that may need my support, encourage them to contact me directly, or you can feel free to send me an email and I will reach out to the students. And that is it. I told you it was going to be short and sweet, to the point, but please feel free to ask questions.